Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? So today I want to talk about something very specific as regards to a business that a lot of young people in Africa are into, and that business is e-commerce business. E-commerce is actually growing. E-commerce is very big. In the past 8 to 10 years, in the past 8 years, in the past couple of years, e-commerce has become a way of life. And then with the COVID-19 situation that everybody had to stay at home, that led to a tremendous growth in the e-commerce sector. Yeah, e-commerce is growing. Lots of young people who do not have jobs but need to survive find themselves doing e-commerce. The big players are doing e-commerce in Nigeria. The banks and large organizations, people like Paystack is going into e-commerce. Flutterwave is going into e-commerce. GT Bank is doing e-commerce. So e-commerce is going to continue growing. Are you surprised that the richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos, is actually doing e-commerce? Do you get? So e-commerce has come to stay. E-commerce will continue to exist. Now, there are certain models to e-commerce. There are some people who do drop shipping. Drop shipping is, I don't want to talk about drop shipping. Drop shipping is kind of complex, and that's like an advanced level of e-commerce. So let me talk about the e-commerce business that most young people in Nigeria that I know of are actually into, the e-commerce model that they are into. There are two models. The first model is going to importing very affordable items from China and then selling it locally. So they buy items from China and then bring it into Nigeria or bring it into Ghana or whatever country they are in, and then sell their products. And then the other method is actually just hitting the local markets, going to places like Balogun markets in Lagos or maybe any popular markets in Ghana to go and buy stuff and then send to maybe people in other parts of Africa or people within their country. Do you understand? But then there is a problem. There is a reason why e-commerce in Africa would not grow or would not realize its full potential. And the problem is the problem of trust. So the truth is, I saw a meme. It said, "Dear customer, as you they fear me, as so myself they fear you." That got me laughing. Do you understand? But it's actually the truth, because the vendors do not trust their customers, and then the customers do not trust the vendors. So there is a problem. There's a problem, and without trust, it is hard to actually do business. Do you understand? So the lack of trust in the e-commerce business has led to what they call the pay on delivery model. Yeah, pay on delivery is good. The vendor is actually taking a huge risk sending the item to the customer. But then sometimes, in most instances, okay, not in every instance, but in some instances, the items get to this customer. Imagine you bought something for your vendor and then you sent an item worth 25,000 naira or maybe 200 cedis to a customer, hoping that the customer would pay. And then the item gets to the customer and the customer switches off his or her phone and the dispatch rider cannot reach that customer. These things happen, I'm telling you, they happen. I belong to a forum of e-commerce entrepreneurs, and then they keep complaining about this thing. So what happened? So the vendor pays for dispatch, and then the customer does not even accept this item. The customer say, "Oh, I was just testing the item." Do you understand? So customers ended up wasting that vendor's time, wasting that vendor's resources. Do you get? And what happens is the vendor still has to pay for return of that item that wasn't bought. Not because the customer had money and then rejected the item that wasn't up to quality, but because the customer was, in quotes, testing to see if the site will go. My God, that is so bad. But then these things happen. Do you understand? So if we don't, my take on this thing is we have to deal with the issue of trust. we have to take away. I blame Jumia and Konga for the issue of pay on delivery because they were the pioneers of e-commerce in Nigeria. So if they had come with the model of Amazon, on Amazon you can't do pay on delivery. Do you understand? How now? How do you want to do pay on delivery? No one is going to listen to you. But Amazon has a high trust environment. They are doing business in a high trust environment, and Amazon is very customer centric. So I'll say every player, bringing it back home, every e-commerce player in Africa has to take a blame for the decay or for the not up to par status of the e-commerce business in Africa. Do you understand? So the vendors, if e-commerce is going to grow in Africa, then the pay on delivery model really has to stop. Jumia and Konga, you still take this blame again for bringing e-commerce into Nigeria with the pay on delivery model. If you are taking it out, I tell you, Jumia and Konga would have been profitable from day one. Konga wouldn't have been sold to people who bought it and are not managing it so well after the large investment that has been made into the business. Konga is performing below par right now. Jumia, they've been able to cut down on unnecessary money burning subsidiaries, and then they are focusing on the core e-commerce business. But Jumia is still underperforming because of the pay on delivery model. If Jumia is able to take out pay on delivery, yes, the number of items bought might reduce, but then the quality of transactions will go up. The transactions value is most likely going to go up. So Jumia and Konga, okay, yeah, the deed has been done. So you can still, since they are still the pioneers and then they are still the biggest players in the market, they can actually take out the pay on delivery. Maybe gradually introduce an escrow service via Jumia Pay and stuff like that. So my suggestion is, so the platform now actually holds the money on behalf of the buyer, and then when the item is delivered and the buyer says, oh, I've received this item, the platform actually releases the money. So introducing an escrow service is going to work for and make e-commerce better in Nigeria. A trusted escrow service is going to work. And on the part of the vendor, so vendors, you have to be customer centric. So you don't. So I've seen something like, oh, this is what I bought, this is what I saw online, this is what I ordered, and this is what I got, which is not even close, which is not looking as what I ordered online. So the vendors have to build customers' trust by ensuring that whatever item the customer actually ordered online is exactly the same item that the customer receives in terms of quality, in terms of color, in terms of whatever. It has to be the same item. That will build trust for the ecosystem. And then you also have to be communicating with your customer. So the customer orders an item, you communicate with that customer, you call him and say, oh, thank you, received the order, I'm going to send your product so day. Do you understand? Oh, the dispatch rider, there's a delay, so that the customer's mind is at rest. And then so imagine you communicating with the customer, and then the customer actually gets this item. Do you understand? And it is exactly what he paid for. Next time, he's not going to do pay on delivery. He'll pay directly on your website. Do you understand? And then it is better to have actual revenue than estimated revenues that you don't eventually hit, or estimated revenue that is based on probability if the customer will buy or not. Do you understand? So these little things are the things that matter, that vendors should actually be concerned about. And then the customer, the buyers, they say customer is always king. I don't think so. Yeah, customer can be right, but not all the time. Try to support these vendors. If you are not going to buy an item, why are you placing the order? If you don't have money to buy the item, why place the order? Do you understand? So I think everyone has a role to play in making the e-commerce business, making the e-commerce sector in Africa reach its ideal potential. Konga and Jumia, yeah, still pioneers, but you can do better. That's what I'm saying. Vendors, you too can do better. Buyers, you can do better as well. I'm hosting a class on the 8th of August on building simple payments enabled e-commerce stores. If you want help with e-commerce, you need e-commerce consultancy, you can reach out to me. My email address is muyiwa@thegrind.club. So MUYIWA @THEGRIND.CLUB. So muyiwa@thegrind.club. That is my email address. If you like this podcast, if you like this episode, make sure you go back and listen to other episodes. We release an episode periodically, give you updates on things that you should know when it comes to business and the things that affect you as a young entrepreneur, corporate executive in Africa. So make sure you subscribe to the Grind Club podcast. Make sure you give us a solid review. Make sure you share it with people, with your family and friends, and make sure you are signed up to the Grind Club. So head on to thegrind.club and subscribe. It is free to subscribe. We have lots of information, lots of content that you're going to love. So until I come your way next time, have a great day. Ensure you achieve your ambition. Cheers, man. My name is Muyiwa Lagos, and I'm signing out. So follow us on Instagram @thegrind_club_, on Twitter @thegrind_club, and our website is thegrind.club. Cheers, guys. Bye.